The bed's terrible. Zach, I pulled back the top duvet and there was blood underneath the duvet. The air conditioning filters were just full of shit. It was really shoddy. Really shoddy. And it broke my heart, and I didn't even build the fucking place.
Right.
And look at the kitchen tonight. What I don't get is the service and the offering, because it was shocking. The chicken goes out ice cold, slightly pink, and nobody cares. And that dreadful cheesecake.
Well, that cheesecake collapsed when I left the kitchen the other night.
Get rid of it.
I did today.
No, you didn't.
I know.
I mean, you're fucking nuts. Nuts. You wrote that menu, Gina.
I did.
You said your hands were tied, so you've got no freedom.
Dave gave me more freedom, I believe, than he's given chefs in the past.
So sorry, you have freedom. I'm just going on what you've told me.
Yes, I mean, he
Now, I'm
gave
not
me...
talking about chefs. And listen, you told me lunchtime, your hands were tied, and you can't buy anything, you can't talk to suppliers, and what Dave says goes.
Yes, I mean, basically...
Dave, do you handcuff Gina?
No, I've not handcuffed her. Only thing I try to do is get her to cost compare. You've got to try to keep food costs lower.
Are you telling me that what you're sending is value for money?
No, it's not.
Nowhere near it. Am I the only one that believes what we're doing is incorrect? Zach, you're not a restaurant manager. Your heart's not in it, young man. And I asked you one vital question lunchtime. If your parents didn't own this restaurant, would you be here? And immediately, hell no.
I know we're in trouble. The lodges around here are more successful. They're much more successful, and they're not even half as lovely.
Can I just have 5 minutes with you? Do you mind?
Okay,
Let's go,
thank you.
This is on a deck of cards at the moment that I feel it's about to collapse because it's built with no infrastructure. How's the strain of the business affected you and Dave?
We've had a lot of really, really hard years, a lot of arguing. Things that I think are really important, he doesn't, and vice versa.
Why is he so stubborn in a way that he's so overbearing and so controlling?
I think he's just really scared of losing things, so he tries to watch everything, and Dave wanted Zach to kind of learn the business so that in case anything happened to him, that we didn't lose everything and our kids didn't lose anything, all of our investment, right? And you probably know the terrible things that we went through. Well, I disappeared, right? Because I couldn't function, so he did it all himself. He ran the business without me, and he did the best he could, and he just did what he has to do, and that's what he does. He does what he has to do, and he knew that I was gone, and so he ran up by himself.
Yeah. He needs to accept that he can't continue like this. His heart might be in the right place, but his head's not in the game. You've got the view. The building's there, but right now it's just a shell.
We can't be expected to be professional all the time when they're not professional.
After our shift, they'll sit down with a table and expect us to wait on them, hand them drinks till midnight. If we leave, they get upset.
So guests stay here and they're drinking downstairs in front of those guests, sometimes with the guests.
Yeah.
See, there's no separation between business and personal.
When you're sitting here entertaining your table, she'll find something wrong that you're doing, and she'll come and point it out at you right in front of your table.
She's just rude. She texts me sometimes really rude text messages like, oh, you forgot this, or you forgot that, or why didn't you do this, and why wasn't this done?
This is crazy.
Another problem that we really have been having is we don't have an actual payroll system.
There's no payroll
And
system.
then he'll say, yeah, I'll get you one, and he just never...
Asking for your salary.
We have to ask
we have to
ourselves.
ask for checks.
Yeah, I got 20 bucks right now. That's all I got right now. Here.
Yep.
Tomorrow morning I'll see you.
They're drip feeding your salaries.
My bank does not take the checks.
Neither does mine.
When was the last time we had a staff meeting and discussed this?
Never.
Never.
I'm sorry, but I want to put an end to all this. Here's what we're going to do. They're arriving any minute now. And my message to them is if they're not prepared to bring in a level of professionalism and understand those boundaries need to be met on a daily basis, they're going to lose the in and they're going to lose you. Let me go and get them.
I let myself continue to be abused. They need to know that it has to change. And it can't just be brushed off anymore.
I had a chat with the team. They're not in a good place. And you've abused them. There are no boundaries. They're your staff. And they need to be treated a certain way. Let's go to Jamie first. I'm really concerned about the abusive texts you send him. Why would you send him an abusive
It's like,
text?
oh, you would send me a picture like, oh, you forgot this, or you didn't do this right, or
You told
this.
me that you worked at a lot of other places and you knew how to clean. And when the toilets aren't cleaned and stuff, it's really important.
But some of that stuff doesn't work. So it's like I'm sitting there scrubbing and nothing's coming up. And you'll be like, well, go do it again. And it's like, I'm trying to do what I can.
None of these talented individuals get paid on time. I want to know why they don't get paid on time.
Because I don't have a payroll system in place right now.
Well, that's a fucking disgrace. That is disgusting. And then you want them waiting on you up until all hours of the early morning while they tidy up after your crap, and then you can't even be bothered to pay them on time.
It's a mess.
No, you are a mess.
I need to say something, though, that almost every single person here, we've given them loans.
You're lending them money to buy uniforms to work in your goddamn business.
Right?
That's absurd.
Why?
Why?
Absurd to pay for a uniform?
The business should be providing the uniform.
Well, maybe we need to do that.
Yes, you
I never
do.
thought about it that way.
Whose business is this?
I've tried to create here a place where people can come and relax and escape from their stressful lives.
Escape from their stressful lives
Yeah.
to hear you and Lisa scream at each other. Are you fucking kidding me?
We don't always scream at each other, but
Well,
when
I-
we do,
that's what
maybe
I-
I
The
that's-
just...
smallest
that's what we-
places.
that's
You
what we
live
try
here,
to
so you've
do.
got no idea how many times you do it. The love, affection, and respect that they've shown you is extraordinary. And the sad news is, you both don't deserve it.
I'm sorry. I will change. I just hope you guys want to continue.
I'm in shock. Are you joining us, Miss Sarah,
Yes,
or are you
sir.
still writing labels?
No, I'm not writing labels
No,
anymore.
let's go. I arrive, the facade of the outside looks beautiful. I walk through the door and it's just like a cluster of shit. Crap everywhere. Mouldy bread in a reception, freaky dolls, up to the bedrooms that's like just hideous. Wardrobes packed with clothes from 30 years ago. And I had to ask Miss Karen to get rid of the padlock so I can open up the wardrobe and put my clothes in there. Honestly, the place is just ridden with this. It's like a Hoarders Anonymous.
Obviously, I needed a place to put my clothes, and so that was where I put them.
You can't just hiven off a wardrobe because it's full of your crap.
Like
You
I
can't-
said, it's just a storage area.
No, but it's not a
It's
storage area, just like your
yeah.
fridge downstairs. This place is plagued with junk on top of junk. Freezers, overbearing, overfull. And as for the disgusting way that the fridge is kept with the mouldy salad, there's salad that's festered and it's like, it's almost sort of disintegrating in the centre, rotten. Can I just quickly go on the size of the menu?
It's too
The
big.
kitchen's about as big as my wardrobe.
It's
But why are
way
you telling
too
me that when the owner's standing next to you?
I told her that, but we have told her. She won't listen.
Mac and cheese all separated, every mouthful was full of grease because it was so cooked in the microwave.
And that's the way we do it. People say that we've got the best food in town and the freshest.
Stop there. Now you're sounding slightly bizarre. The best food in town? Are you okay?
Well, it depends on how you define okay. I'm okay by,
You sure?
by my standards.
But mac and cheese, I mean, come on. You know, what are you looking for now? Are you taking notes?
Yeah.
You're taking notes.
Yeah, you're making some good points.
And you're laughing. What's so funny then? Help me to understand.
I don't have anything to do with the food.
So, I don't know what you're doing. I've got no idea what you're doing.
What I ask her to, basically.
So she does what you say.
She helps me, yeah.
Jeff, is this correct?
I tell them to do one thing, and Sarah tell them to do one thing.
Miss Sarah tells you what, she just...
And
she said she's a volunteer.
She tells my crew what to do, and it pisses me off. I get mad, then they blame it on me.
She's got no authority to do that.
I know.
Jeff, you've never talked to me about this.
I have told
Wait a
you.
minute.
I have told you about this.
Is this true? Is this the way you treat the staff? Nothing more humiliating to the team that are on the ground, keeping this place open, and then a stranger comes in and tells them what to do.
Well, she's not a stranger. She's been coming
To
here.
them, she is, because she's not exactly qualified to run this place. This is so screwed up. This is bizarre.
Ain't nobody hearing me what I'm saying.
And what kind of message are you sending?
The menu needs to be down.
A menu like this, there must be 50 items on there, which 49 of them are turfed out of the bloody freezer. This place is so messed up. It's a mess. A disgusting, festering mess.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Unbelievable.
I don't know. I'm just so fucking embarrassed.
I know. I know.
With local business owners to show Brent and Afley the issues they don't realise they have. Good morning.
Morning.
How are we?
Good.
First of all, I just want to say a big thank you for coming. You guys are the pillars of the community. You have businesses and you are very proud of what you've built here. And I've been struggling, trying to get through to Brent. He's in denial.
I feel like Brent is an undertaker. Those people that are working for him, there aren't many that have very good things to say.
That's ridiculous.
I had a friend that used to work here at BC's, and she had a customer that had a steak dinner and her baked potato. It was all great. And he wanted to take it with him, so she took it in the back and set it on the counter and went to get a to-go container. And Afni scraped it into the garbage. And she said, well, my customer kind of wanted to take that. And she watched Afni grab the baked potato, wipe it off, and grab the steak.
Out the trash.
And she made her give that to the customer.
No.
No free samples on the ice cream. How hard is it to give somebody a little plastic spoon?
What do they give back to the town?
They are absolutely no part of this community. They have built walls around themselves, and you need to take care of each other in the off-season. It's locals taking care of locals.
You know, I will say with the fires, you know, this whole town came together, and I don't think I can remember them offering help in any way. It was a crisis that everybody found a need, and everybody helped.
Yeah, except them.
Except them.
But that's the spirit of Chelan, I think, is what we're getting at. We share tractors, we share, you know, from vineyard work to some of us have restaurants, so we share employees.
He's oblivious. How come there's no wine from this amazing region on their list?
When we first started our winery, his excuse was that the wineries have restaurants that compete with his restaurant.
In addition to that, it would be a shame if there was just one good place in town to go to. We want tourists to come here and have a great time everywhere they go. So if he does well, we'll all do well.
I really appreciate the feedback, but I want you to help me get through to them on another level now, because I'm going to go and get them. And we're going to tackle this head on. Give me 2 minutes. Thank you so much.
You want to go? It's really, really hard to take it.
Let's go.
Because we try really hard. It just shocked me. Wow. Hi.
Hi, folks. These are, in my mind, even more important than customers, because you guys should be bonded. Clearly, you're not. Why has it taken so long?
Sometimes you need somebody to slap your face.
We were in a comfort zone somewhat, and used to the way we did everything, you know, for a lot of years, and it needs to be changed. Maybe we banked on the location too much. There's a lot of things we've done wrong.
They're desperate to see you do well. Anything to say?
There can never be too many fun, good places in town. We always want somewhere to go and relax and enjoy ourselves.
I think we all want you back on our radar.
All of this has been a wake-up call for us. This is part of the reason why we asked Chef Ramsay to come to help us. We're listening. We heard everything that you had to say.
First of all, thanks for coming in early this morning. Listen, this is hard. There seems to be a massive conflict. How do we get the trust back in the room? What would you like to see change?
We just did a funeral last week, 90 people, and there was 2 servers. 0 bussers, 0 bartender.
Well, of course it's a money issue, it's a budget issue. So I took it over, and that is why.
We had a schedule on Monday for the cooks. We come back Tuesday, the schedule's completely changed.
You do the schedule? But this should be the chef's job.
Absolutely.
You need to be responsible for your own departments. I mean, like Macy's responsible for the kitchen, Tammy's responsible for the events. You have to offload the work from you and give them the responsibility.
I guess that's a mistake.
When was the last time you all had a meeting?
We had a service staff meeting in here that we get yelled at, and it just gets hostile, and people get up, and me included, and walk out, and it just doesn't help anything.
Let's stop there. It's not
But
a
this is
complaint
why
fest.
this is why no one wants to. No one ever says
if you want
anything
a
because you
manager,
can't get your voice
wait a
out.
minute.
But you must understand now, that's the wrong way to handle things. There seems to be a really bad vibe in the room that we can't shake off.
But if you want to clear the air, people need to turn their phones off when they walk in and clock in. And leave their phones in the car. I have said that a million times, please do not bring your cell phones in here. And invariably, I come in at 2 o'clock, I see you guys outside on your cell phones. That is a break.
Never see me on my cell phone outside.
Okay, fine. I mean, maybe you're not doing it, but other people are doing it.
Why is there so much distrust in this building?
It's people stealing from me, drinking on the job, doing shots over here.
That's not now. We're talking as if it's present.
Today, yes, but there is, I mean, you know.
These guys aren't taking shots. But what I'm trying to say, you're accusing them of somebody else's bad practices. What you need to stop doing is blaming them for the past. Can you trust your team?
Yes.
Tell them that.
Okay, I'll try.
Please.
But I can't promise.
Well-
I can only try.
Look at that smile. That'll go a long way. We all know it's not going to change overnight.
It's a process.
So we need to embrace that process and we need to install confidence.
I'm open to the change that he wants me to follow.
So these are customers that have gone out their way to spend their hard-earned cash supporting your business. You must recognize a few of these faces.
Absolutely, I do.
Let's start off with the lady in the blue shirt. You know her very well.
Hey, Play.
Hi, Brian.
How do you know each other?
I market Brian.
You're a spokesperson for that business.
Yes.
Can you be honest with this one?
Yes, I can. The service is very bad. I've brought people here. I've been up at the bar myself trying to order even just a water. That's been tough.
Do you not listen to the advice in terms of sloppy service?
I absolutely, I listen. I do listen. I do listen. I do listen.
Do you offload that to your team?
No, I don't. I don't.
So that's why it's not dealt with. Sir, your experience?
We ordered a chicken sandwich. When the chicken sandwich came out, it was raw. It was raw and it was mushy in the middle. I could have got sick from that. And I love your bar because I can come here late night and I can get free drinks. 2 for me and 2 for my buddy and pay for 1. We got 5.
Wow. Unbelievable. Sir?
My first experience here was a Super Bowl party that you advertised, and actually had some out-of-town guests. Food was very mediocre. The crab cakes were like sawdust. They were horrible that night. After the game was over, a couple rowdy fans started a little brawl. We had drinks thrown on us.
Wow.
The other thing I'd like to say is, if I'm staying on the ocean, I love to fall asleep with the window open and hear the ocean. You can't do that here. You hear music all night long.
I honestly stayed here myself once. I tried to call down because our sheets were dirty. You couldn't even call, like nobody answered. And literally, I think the biggest problem for me is the mixed message. It's like, are you a bar or are you a restaurant? Because we're paying $150 for dinner. However, there's people walking in bikinis, drunk.
Damn. Listen, this feedback has been crucial. Anything you'd like to say?
Thank you, guys. You guys rock, man.
Yeah, man, thanks.
Thank you. I'm telling you, make you proud, I promise you.
Let's go. It's not a time for high-fiving. I'm fucking embarrassed. What the fuck are you hugging them for?
I know that they care. I do know they care.
A raw chicken sandwich. But that's not an 8. That is not an 8 out of 10. And do you think they're set up? Do you think this is a TV show and we're just going to spout off? These people aren't exaggerating. They're real. They're real customers. You're turning into a laughingstock.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
The jury's out with me. I've never come this far and still sat on the fence in an undecided way. But fucking listen up and listen carefully. The partying, the free-for-all, I'm paying for one drink, they're giving me 5 in front of your eyes. Tomorrow, you turn up here looking like an owner.
Understood.
You got a lot on your plate, but get your head out the fucking clouds and get real. Fuck off.
I've got this, Gordon. I'll show you.
Your mother, she left last night.
Yes.
Upset. I want you to listen to something important.
Yes.
I just want you to listen, okay?
Dear Jimmy, I worked 20 years at the coloring book factory, being on call 24/7. I, of course, thought that when we sold the business, we would retire. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I know you have always seen me work hard, but the financial part of it has been just as stressful. It is so disheartening when we could get complaints about such stupid things as dust and uncleanliness. It has to stop. There's no excuse for it. It has to change. No one has more to gain by making the castle successful than you do. Let's make this place what it should be, a great future for all of us. Love, Mom.
I just want to say thank you.
I know. I know. I love you so.
You know this can't continue. And where I'm coming from, it's about stepping up. That means putting Mum out of the day-to-day running and you getting firm, strong, and making some serious fucking decisions.
I don't want you to have the impression that I'm too proud or I'm a spoiled brat.
But how much do you want this?
I don't know if there's a real word for it, but I want it.
Can I just have 2 minutes with him?
Yes.
Please? In the kitchen, get yourself a coffee and close that door. I don't fucking feel it enough. That's all. I don't get excited by it. She, your mother, hasn't got long left at this pace. And if you've got a pair of balls, you better start fucking using them. And I want you to use them quick. I don't think you fully understand just what a gift you've got.
I don't think I do either. I feel it, but I don't fully have a grip of it.
No. And whilst I am here, I want to see you commit.
Okay.
And show me how hungry you are.
I will. Yes, sir.
And when you see something wrong,
say something.
Fucking sort it out, like your mum's been doing.
I will.
Got it?
Got it.